This video will briefly cover the best way to guess verbal reasoning answers. Of course, you'll want to properly answer as many questions as possible, but remember that you should choose an answer for each question by the time that you get to the end of the subtest. Otherwise, you could be throwing marks down the drain. Due to time constraints, the vast majority of students will need to guess at least one answer, or maybe 10, to get to the end of the section in time. So this video should prove useful. The tricks apply most usefully to reading comprehension questions, as true, false, or can't tell questions are generally easier and quicker to answer and should therefore almost always be attempted. The tips are not definitive, otherwise we would recommend guessing every question, but they can help turn a 25% shot into a 50% shot or better in just a few seconds. Do not spend more than 15 or 20 seconds guessing an answer. Remember, you are doing it to save time. In this video, we will discuss what should attract you in an answer when guessing, and point out which answers to avoid when guessing. Okay, so you're down on time or faced with an impossibly long passage. You want to guess, but decide you can spend just a few seconds choosing which answer to pick, so your guess isn't completely random. The clock is ticking. What should you do? Your priority is to find the answer which you genuinely agree with the most, is objective, factual, and specific, and looks like it might have taken a bit of reading to find. Similarly, you want to avoid guessing an answer which is subjective, depending entirely on someone's opinion, vague, or sweeping. Remember, you only have a few seconds to make this decision. That's the point of guessing. Don't agonize too long over a guess, or you might as well have read the passage. Remember, no guess will be perfect. After using these rules to eliminate the answers, you'll often be left with two plausible choices, but at least your odds are now 50-50. Let me give you an example. Try to guess the answer to the following question. Which of the following conclusions can be drawn from the text? A. R2P has caused more harm than good. B. Chapter 7 powers are sometimes used for protecting civilians. C. Economic sanctions are only used to prevent atrocities. D. The international community is getting better at confronting genocides. What did you guess? The correct answer is B. That Chapter 7 powers are sometimes used for protecting civilians. We have a soft word, sometimes, which is easy to prove. Without referring to the text or even knowing what Chapter 7 powers are, we might guess that they are sometimes used for this purpose. This answer also looks like it would have taken a bit of close reading to get right, like reading what Chapter 7 powers are used for, and so is even more likely to be correct. The UCAT wants you to work hard for your result. The other way to get to this answer in 15 seconds was by eliminating the other choices. Let's take a look at each of these. R2P has caused more harm than good. This statement is vague and sweeping. The words harm and good are not terribly specific. It is also subjective and depends on your opinion. Not a great answer to guess. Economic sanctions are only used to prevent atrocities. This answer employs the strict qualifier only. Common sense might suggest that economic sanctions might also be used for economic reasons, not just to prevent atrocities. The international community is getting better at confronting genocides. This could be correct, depending on the passage, but is quite controversial and subjective. Getting better isn't terribly specific. This doesn't guarantee the answer is wrong, but it reduces the odds considerably. Can you see how it differs from answer choice B, which was objective and specific? That brings us to the end of this video. We hope you didn't enjoy it so much that you start guessing every answer. As we have said, these are rules of thumb and will never be as good as reading and understanding the passage. Often, you can only eliminate one or two answers, so you must still rely on luck. But if these tips help you get even one more answer correct, then they have done their job.
That concludes another UCAT lesson. If you like the strategies and content we're developing and want to see more free content, please leave us a like and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any UCAT questions, leave us a comment below and we'll help you sort it out and get your preparation up to speed.